How you doing? Before y'all start my time, I wanna let me put this down. I wanna say I'm a fan of you. You my guy. You don't even know me, but you my guy. I love this administration. Y'all good people. And good morning, council members. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna read fast because I ain't got them 3 minutes. My name is Randy Wilkins. I was born here in Houston. I'm the CEO of Old Furniture Pickup. We haul unwanted furniture and junk from people's property. We were recently volunteering by cleaning up illegal trash dumps in urban neighborhoods around Houston. That works slow due to the expensive disposal fees. However, the reason I'm here today is because I want to put together real solutions to curbing robberies and other gun violence in Houston. A part of my background stems from me being convicted and sentenced to life without parole in the state of Arkansas for capital murder. I served 24 years from the age of 15 years old before I was recently released in 2018. Next month would give me 5 years of freedom. Before my incarceration for capital murder, I was already a juvenile delinquent who had been locked up on a few different occasions for violent offenses. I was heavily involved in the gang banging era, so much so that we were featured in gang banging documentaries. My love and commitment to the gang won me the leadership position in prison. It wasn't until after I was stabbed and transferred to a maximum security unit that I changed my life around. I began reading a lot of self-help books and educating myself on subjects such as law, business management, and psychology. I read hundreds of books, magazines, and newspapers. I was eventually transferred back to a unit where a lot of my former gang members were, but this time I didn't go back to my old ways. I was too smart for that. After getting my GED in prison, I enrolled in other prison programs I was eligible for in hopes of winning clemency. I became a mentor for a couple of the prison programs. We formed an inmate council program in prison that formulated different ideas that made the prison cleaner and safer. We went from stabbings every other day to every other month or so. We had changed the culture in prison. Today, I would like to help lead the fight and changing the culture in Houston away from violence. There are some major contributing factors that are being overlooked in the urban communities that are causing these crimes. A lot of the criminals are illiterate to the point that they don't apply for jobs due to the application process. It's easy to think that people should know better, but please understand that a lot of them are doing the only thing that they know. Imagine what it must be like to be raised by a single mother who is a serious drug addict, alcoholic, or just always in the streets. When I committed my crime, I ain't had no one around me telling me anything positive. The best thing that can change anyone is enlightenment and help. I learned that if a man's mind is right, his world will be right. That's why me and my company have recently connected with a local nonprofit that shares the same passion I have for peace in the streets. We have been meeting up to organize plans on enlightening and helping the troubled urban communities. We're making plans to put together events that have the power to change violent culture that have the power to change the violent culture that plagues our city. And we will be following up these events with activities and programs that will keep the movement going. If we can get the city of Houston to assist us, we can make our events revolutionary.
Fire.
Yeah.
Let me just say, we have our Brothers Keepers program, and I certainly would encourage them to reach out to you to see how we can partner. And then we work with a number of other community groups that are out there, especially focused on our young men. And so let me ask them also to work with you. I appreciate what you are doing in your efforts. We can always seek and the assistance of others, and I think you can be a vital help to us. So I'll make sure that someone follows up with you. Councilmember Jackson.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Mr. Wilkins, for coming in and just for everything that you're doing to get your life on track and help other individuals that have been in your position get their life on track. So this is very dear to my heart. Re-entry, and I'm just working with at-risk youth and young men and just making sure that they do not go in the system, and the ones that's coming out, try to support them. And so I just want to invite you. The mayor has a One Safe Houston initiative, and we have Credible Messengers, which are paid mentors that are working with these young men and women, helping them get on the right track. And these are individuals that was once in the system, that navigated the system and have come out and doing what you're doing, and that is giving back and working with, again, young men and women. So we'd love for you to be part of the initiative. My chief of staff is over there. She can give you that information, and we just get you plugged in. This initiative has been rolling for about a year now.
Yeah, I read about it.
Yeah, they meet monthly, and so we'd love to have you be a part of it.
Yes, ma'am. I would love to be.
All right. Thank you.
Councilman Cisneros.
How you doing,
Mayor,
man?
I just wanted to thank you for coming, and I mean, it's clear you've gone through a lot of really difficult times, and I appreciate how, you know, your journey, and that you're focused now on enlightenment and help to others, and helping redirect people and showing them the way to, you know, to
Yes,
a
ma'am.
healthy life,
Yes, ma'am.
and being a productive member of our society. And I'm glad the mayor talked about the My Brother's Keepers program. It's a whole bunch of things. It's not one program. It's a whole effort, a network of efforts, you know, to help the people exactly that you're talking about. One of the programs that I'm really very, very high on is Urban Scholars, which reaches into high schools and gets help to young men early, you know, and I think, you know, early intervention is better than, you know, and certainly cheaper too than you know, after the fact, after people have made too many wrong choices, you know, so getting in early is really important. So I hope, you know, that you'll continue to have success, you know, and good things in your life ahead of you, and thank you for helping others.
Yes, ma'am. See, yeah, I'm gonna have success because it's a mind thing, you know. I'm strong-minded. The thing with a lot of the programs that we have here in Houston, I ain't gonna take up that much of your time, is that the streets don't know about them. The streets don't know about none of the One Safe Houston. The streets don't know about nothing. You know, even if y'all got put more cops on the street, the streets don't even know about that. Even if y'all gonna have a press conference about what they finna do with One Safe Houston, the streets don't know about that. The streets don't pay attention to the news. They don't pay attention to nothing. The only thing they pay attention to was jump. Let's go do something. Because they broke out there, and programs ain't fun. They want to go do fun. People go to fun stuff. Wherever fun at or wherever the ladies at, that's where the streets at. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about, we ain't running to no programs. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't running to One Safe Houston because we might think it's something else. But it's a way to communicate with the streets. And it ain't the average way that we would think it is. You know what I'm saying? That we would think that they'll come just because we put a program. No, it's a way to communicate with the streets. And I hope to talk to somebody to better educate people and even help the HPD better have a relationship with people of the streets and possibly get information for different types of things.
Okay,
It's
hold
a
on
way to communicate.
One second. Councilman Pollard.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for coming. Mayor, I think how we can probably play a role in this is we had spoke previously about collaborating on some type of effort to where we can reach back into the Black and brown community specifically on the crime issues that we've been seeing, especially after the murder of Takeoff, and trying to find ways in which we can engage and communicate on a level that you and I may think is appropriate, but it's not reaching the people who truly need to hear that message. Yeah. And that may be a way in which we can plug in Mr. Wilkins to be another voice in that conversation, or at least plug us into where we can be able to engage and identify people within the streets in these communities that need to hear that message. And so let's continue to further that conversation between you and I, and find ways that we can plug him in and his abilities to reach people that we may not be able to reach. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm that type of guy. I would go straight with the highest crime areas.
And just say, let's continue this conversation. We're not going to be able to deal with it
I know
right
they
now.
can't. We can't do it.
Okay.
There's a lot going on with that.
All right, right.
There's a lot going with that.
All
There's a
right.
whole lot going with that. They can't do it over the horseshoe.
Right.
You're right.
So we'll follow up.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Okay, Councilmember Knox. I'm sorry, I should have known Councilmember Knox was going to come in. Councilmember Knox?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm just going to say you've made quite a change from gangbanger to cowboy, and I want you to know I appreciate that.
Yeah, I
a
love the
lot.
Cowboys.
I used to work with HPD's gang unit and work with these kids on the street like you're doing now.
Yes, sir.
And you're right. They don't listen to the news and they don't pay attention to programs and all like that. What they do pay attention to is people that are in their lives, that are committed to them, that are interested in helping them.
Yeah.
The difficulty with gangsters is that often they see authority figures as part of the problem,
Yeah.
and they don't listen to them either, teachers, parents, employers, those kinds of people. When in fact, those are the very kinds of people that can provide them information and help
Yeah.
that they need. So with your background and your ability to speak to those communities, I think you're going to do some good out there, and I wish you well.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate you, Doc.
All right.
We'll follow up.
All right, thanks.